Good morning, everyone. We are continuing our study through Isaiah this morning, and we are actually going to be looking at 2 chapters today instead of 1. We have come to the end of this particular section. We started back in chapter 7 with this message in the time of Ahaz, and we will be finishing out that message today with chapters 11 and 12. We're going to go ahead and include chapter 12 into our text for today because it only has 6 verses, and since it's the rounding out of this particular message, we will go ahead and put chapters 11 and 12 together today. And remember that chapter 10 ended, as we talked about over the last couple of days. Chapter 10 ends with the message of hope when you have the situations that are going to take place in the days of Assyria, and in the situations that the Assyrian Empire is going to come, and they're going to bring great problems, but at the same time, there's going to be a remnant that is going to remain, and that is going to be brought back, and that there are going to be people that are going to turn their hearts to God as an outgrowth of this. And so chapter 10 ends with a message of hope, and that message of hope is actually going to continue into chapter 11. So notice with me, if you would, what Isaiah says as he continues this message at that time, beginning in chapter 11 and in verse number 1, where there we read, "There shall come forth a rod from the stem of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of his roots. The Spirit of the Lord shall rest upon him, the Spirit of wisdom and understanding, the Spirit of counsel and might, the Spirit of knowledge and of the fear of the Lord. His delight is in the fear of the Lord, and he shall not judge by the sight of his eyes, nor decide by the hearing of his ears. But with righteousness he shall judge the poor, and decide with equity for the meek of the earth. He shall strike the earth with the rod of his mouth, and with the breath of his lips he shall slay the wicked. Righteousness shall be the belt of his loins, and faithfulness the belt of his waist. The wolf also shall dwell with the lamb, the leopard shall lie down with the young goat, the calf and the young lion and the fatling together, and a little child shall lead them. The cow and the bear shall graze, their young ones shall lie down together, and the lion shall eat straw like the ox. The nursing child shall play by the cobra's hole, and the weaned child shall put his hand in the viper's den. They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, for the earth shall be full of the knowledge of the Lord as the waters cover the sea. And in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, who shall stand as a banner to the people, for the Gentiles shall seek him, and his resting place shall be glorious. It shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time, to recover the remnant of his people who are left, from Assyria and Egypt, from Pathros and Cush, from Elam and Shinar, from Hamath and the islands of the sea. He will set up a banner for the nations, and will assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. Also the envy of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not harass Ephraim, but they shall fly down upon the shoulder of the Philistines toward the west. Together they shall plunder the people of the east. They shall lay their hand on Edom and Moab, and the people of Ammon shall obey them. The Lord will utterly destroy the tongue of the sea of Egypt. With his mighty wind he shall shake his fist over the river, and strike it in the 7 streams, and make men cross over dry shod. There will be a highway for the remnant of his people, who will be left from Assyria as it was for Israel, in the day that he came up from the land of Egypt. And in that day you will say, O Lord, I will praise you, though you were angry with me. Your anger is turned away, and you comfort me. Behold, God is my salvation. I will trust and not be afraid. For Yah, the Lord, is my strength and song. He also has become my salvation. Therefore with joy you will draw water from the wells of salvation. And in that day you will say, Praise the Lord, call upon his name, declare his deeds among the peoples, make mention that his name is exalted. Sing to the Lord, for he has done excellent things. This is known in all the earth. Cry out and shout, O inhabitant of Zion, for great is the Holy One of Israel in your midst. Here we have the message of 11 and 12, and it is a message of redemption. It is a message of revival and of renewal. And so tomorrow we will go through and examine 3 lessons that we need to learn from Isaiah chapters 11 and 12. And I'd be interested to see what you find in there, and I hope that they will be things that will bless you in your studies and in the things that we will find from this chapter as Isaiah once again speaks concerning the message of hope for the people of God. I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you again tomorrow.